probably those of you need to be of my age to know who Dr. Dolittle is. But anyway, looking backwards a little to 2020 and forwards to 2021. I should say welcome to the land of earls and kings. I don't know if you can see Lord King looking down at us from above behind me on the poster.
Yes.
He was our much loved, beloved patron for many years. And,
he was lovely.
developed our work in Parliament. And we met his good wife recently, Lady King, and she sent her greetings and best wishes to all of you.
Ah, that's nice.
So I'll just whiz through my slides briefly. January of 2020, we were invited to Moldova, and we were able to represent UPF and speak to a wonderful audience who had come from the provinces of Moldova, mayors, social workers, and interestingly, Moldova, half of Moldova looks to the west, to Western Europe, and half looks to the east, towards Russia. So UPF, I feel, can play a very good role in harmonizing things there. And we also have invitations in the coming year to Belarus, not sure about that, but St. Petersburg in Russia to promote the work of UPF internationally. Just briefly, I won't go into the World Summit, but we took this African Indian delegation to the World Summit last February. Some of you were there. And I mentioned that two things. One, to be aware of all the wonderful workers behind the scenes for our meeting today. But in the case of the World Summit, amazing young people, so many young people, particularly from Eastern Europe and Russia, who facilitated the event there. So that's a major contribution from young people to UPF, which is very much appreciated, as well as those two young ladies in the picture. I just wanted to mention one experience from the World Summit. Two spiritual giants from Africa, Prophet Radebe on the left and Sheikh Nuru from Birmingham. They got reacquainted because Sheikh Nuru, he hails from Ghana, but he spent about 7 years, I think, working in Interfaith in South Africa and was able to renew acquaintance. And again, UPF has that capacity to bring people together, to get reacquainted or to make new acquaintances and then foster wonderful work through our meetings. But the experience I wanted to mention to you was a very unexpected meeting. Not this picture, this is just a very unexpected, this was for the benefit of Dr. Balcom's wife Fumiko. This is a Japanese war bonnet, which is a very unexpected creature to have been found recently. But the incident I wanted to mention to you was the very last evening of the World Summit in Korea. We were sitting around the table. I think Margaret was there, and Julian was there from Rwanda, and Olivier came and sat down with us unexpectedly and started chatting to Julian. And the gist of the conversation was that, Olivier, where are you from? Julian, I'm from Rwanda. Olivier, well, actually, I was in Rwanda several years ago building a road. Julian, whereabouts? Oh, near Lake Kivu in eastern Rwanda, near the Congo. Oh, what was the name of the place? And it transpired that he had been building a road in Julian's village, basically the street where she grew up.
Amazing.
And so they had this wonderful, unexpected acquaintance. She and her husband survived the genocide by the grace of God, and she wrote that amazing book about it. That was the World Summit. But moving on, just to mention our wonderful weekends at Cleeve House, which we hope we can resume before too long. And we have great presenters such as Mr. Tim Miller, Reverend David Hanna. And if you haven't been to one of those, we highly recommend them, perhaps next summer and autumn when we get back to resuming normal circumstances. Since March, we've been involved, especially my wife, in supporting the worldwide webinars and globally, locally, and at the UK and European levels. And all of the people who've taken part have had very good experiences, but it's not easy to maintain the momentum, as you know. So, but we hope in 2021 to try to maintain people's interest and also to motivate ourselves even though it's virtual reality, we'll do our best to continue to support all of our efforts in that respect. We've had a large number of friends actually make from different faiths make contributions. Dr. Bogle, who I think is with us today, Noshaba, who is also with us. And one thing we like about UPF is our capacity for advocacy, which we're experiencing today, giving a platform for our friends to share about their faith, their life experience, and then to subsequently connect and work together. Sheikh Nuru, I think he's spoken numerous times. He's on the call today. And Kuldip, the president of the Namdaris here in the UK. One very nice project which Najma organized, you've heard from her already, together with Sandra from Teen Girl Networking and ourselves from UPF and Women's Federation, was to get 30 young people together online, 5 Saturdays, 1 hour each Saturday, and a youth peace ambassador program. And we had 2 very eminent ladies present the awards. You can just see them a little bit on the left. Anthea McIntyre, a wonderful former MEP, and Rani Guntu, a senior police commander who I think is with us today watching. Amazing lady. She has a CV as long as your arm, and she's also responsible for police cadets. And we hope in 2021 to create a program of character education and development to help her police cadets in different parts of the Midlands. September, a wonderful event in Geneva, which Sheikh Nuru spoke at. Again, connecting to what we're about today, intergenerational, allowing young people a platform to speak. And I think this is the future. Definitely this is the future, combining our experience and wisdom with the passion of young people. Dr. Peter Rooks and Hina Junejo, who are on the call today, they gave us the possibility to speak about UPF and our work for peace on the radio and to the wider world through Hina's Asian TV channel. We're very grateful for that. We continue to work with West Midlands Together, which was founded by 3 MEPs, cross-party, Anthea McIntyre, Conservative, Nina Gill, Labour, and Phil Benyon, Liberal Democrat. And that's tackling hate crime, which is going to be a continuing issue and which we'll work together during the coming year. Peter mentioned, Dr. Peter Rooks mentioned National Interfaith Week. We had an amazing experience, again, UPF combining with Women's Federation and some wonderful speakers from I think 10 different faith traditions, which was quite remarkable, including our elder statesman and states lady, Reverend Marcus and Mary Braybrook, arguably the pioneers of interfaith in the UK since 1960. And finally, we wish to continue the Interfaith Peace Blessing in 2021, if once conditions allow, and our interfaith worship, which we are trying to pioneer and develop. And also we want to support the initiatives which Tim outlined to you in 2021, Youth for Peace and Prosperity, and A Window into My World. And particularly on the youth side, at the bottom of the list, we have Audrey and Ranjit, 2 young people who took part in religious youth service projects in 1996.
Excellent.
1997, we are still in touch. They're still inspired. And I think Audrey's parents are with us on the call, Sam and Alex. So that's very hopeful, I feel, for 2021 and 2022, involving young people. And also A Window into My World. We also have wonderful people on our call today from Initiatives of Change, Elsa Vogel and Chris Evans, and they do incredible work which could add to the resources. If you haven't seen The Imam and the Pastor from Nigeria, from Initiatives of Change, you should watch that.
Yes, that's very good.
If you haven't seen Beyond Forgiving from South Africa, Initiatives of Change, wonderful documentary. Please, even if you could put that in the chat, Chris or Elsa, that would be most appreciated. So thank you very much. That's the story from Birmingham so far.